Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome to LeBron Insider, where we dive into the world of King James and explore all things NBA. Today, we're going to talk about a question that's been on everyone's mind. How many MVPs should LeBron have won? Now, before we get started, I want to make one thing clear: MVP debates are subjective. But what's interesting is looking at the data and seeing if there are some seasons where LeBron was robbed of his rightful award. Let's take a look at LeBron's career. In 2008-09, he led the league in box plus-minus and had an incredible season with a 13.2 BPM. But despite all these accolades, he finished second in MVP voting to Chris Paul. It's worth noting that voter fatigue might have played a role here, but still, LeBron was having an amazing year. Fast forward to 2009-10, and LeBron raised his scoring average to 29.7 points per game, while also leading the league in BPM for the second time that season. His team, the Cleveland Cavaliers, won 61 games, but again, LeBron came up short in MVP voting, finishing behind Dwight Howard. Now, some people might say that LeBron's first season with the Miami Heat in 2010-11 was a bit of a fluke due to all the attention surrounding him and his decision. But let me tell you, this guy was on another level. He averaged 27.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game, while leading the league in BPM for the third time that season. However, LeBron still finished second to Derrick Rose in MVP voting. This is where things get really interesting, folks. In the wake of LeBron's departure from Cleveland, many people saw him as a villain, which might have affected his chances in MVP voting. Meanwhile, Rose was an up-and-coming star, and his Bulls team was gaining momentum. Now, let's fast forward to 2012-13. This is where things start to get really suspicious. LeBron led the league in BPM for the fifth time that season while also posting career highs in three-point percentage and true shooting percentage. His Miami Heat won 6 more games than any other team in the NBA, but still, he finished second behind Russell Westbrook. What's even more striking is if we look at analytics from that season. According to Basketball Reference, LeBron had a better net rating swing than Russell Westbrook that year. And let's not forget, LeBron played on a team with Eric Snow, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Drew Gooden, who were all key contributors. The argument for Michael Jordan having more MVP trophies is valid, but when you look at the data, it's hard to ignore LeBron's dominance in that season. He led the league in BPM, which is arguably the most important metric of all. Now, let's take a look at 2013-14. This is where Kevin Durant comes into play. KD was having an incredible season, leading the league in scoring and BPM, while his Thunder team won 59 games. LeBron finished second behind KD in MVP voting. And while voter fatigue might have played a role here, it's hard to deny that KD was the better player that year. Fast forward to 2017-18, and this is where James Harden comes into the picture again. Harden scored nearly 3 more points per game than LeBron, led the league in BPM, and his Rockets team topped the NBA in wins. LeBron finished second behind Harden in MVP voting. And finally, we have 2019-20. This was a season like no other, with COVID-19 affecting the entire league. But despite all the challenges, LeBron still had an incredible year, averaging over 10 assists per game while leading his Lakers to a 52-19 record. However, he came up short in MVP voting behind Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, how many MVPs should LeBron have won? Well, when you look at the data, it's hard to ignore some of these seasons where LeBron was robbed of his rightful award. He led the league in BPM an absurd 7 times, and according to Basketball Reference, he has the highest number of MVP shares in NBA history. But let's not forget that MVP debates are subjective. There may be other reasons why LeBron didn't win those awards, and we can only speculate about them. However, one thing is for sure, LeBron James is an all-time great, and his resume speaks for itself. So there you have it, folks. If you're still not convinced that LeBron should have won some of those MVPs, I hope this data has changed your mind. Until next time on LeBron Insider, stay tuned.